Connections, City Light's first employee news show. We're here to inform, educate, and entertain through the medium of television. Connections will focus on stories of interest to City Light employees. This program has been the outgrowth of many requests to improve employee communications, and we hope that Connections will help bring us all closer together. And now, without further delay, let's go to our first story on the changing workforce at City Light. Change. It's everywhere. In the last 10 years, the workforce at City Light has probably gone through more changes than at any other time in its history. The changes haven't all been easy. City Light's tradition of excellent electrical service began in 1902. It was a tradition of pride and accomplishment. City Light was a good place to work. Sons followed fathers into the company. The organization felt like a family. Everyone was also cut pretty much from the same cloth. All men and all white. Women were in traditional roles as secretaries or home economists. Minorities, they were few and far between. In 1980, the Seattle City Council and Mayor Charles Royer decided that Seattle could do more to comply with the policies in the Civil Rights Act. That year, a comprehensive affirmative action plan was developed. Women and minorities were actively recruited to fill specific jobs that had traditionally gone only to white men. It was this recruitment that has caused some resentment among workers. In order to understand this resentment, it's important to take a closer look at our workforce and the jobs we perform. Electrical work has a very strong tradition of being a man's job. It's dangerous and requires both skill and strength. There's also a certain macho attitude associated with the job. Crews have traditionally been a place where there's been a lot of one-upmanship. How do you prove yourself once you're out here?
Well, one-upping all the time, being better. You know, it's kind of a childish-sounding game, but that's what works, you know. You prove that you can do something better than someone else or just as well, then, you know, that's something that's respected. But it's not always necessary to get a job done, you understand, so. From that viewpoint, I would say maybe you shouldn't always have to prove yourself to such degrees, you know, just that you can do the job and not to be better than someone else.
Put it all together, the new laws, the traditions, the concerns about safety, and the fact that you're expected to prove yourself by being better than anyone else, and the stage is set for complaints about the work environment. Several women and minorities have stated that it's just too tough to compete and be successful at City Light, and they've dropped out of the system. Despite all the difficulties, though, there have been some successes. Megan Cornish is one of them. Megan was one of the first women to work in a non-traditional job at City Light, and in 10 years has advanced through the ranks to power dispatcher, the highest-paying non-management job in the utility. Does it take a certain kind of woman to be successful in a non-traditional job at City Light?
I think so. I think in the long run, to make it, you need to be willing to stand up for what you think and stand firm. There are a lot of pressures for women and for minorities, and of course there's pressure just being an electrical worker because it's a dangerous trade. I think that over the years I have become less defensive because I have learned that there are a lot of things that I know and there are a lot of strengths that I have.
Do you feel like now that you're respected for what you do among your peers?
Yes and no. I think that I am respected by a lot of people. I think that some people tend to let disagreements on social issues get in the way of technical understanding and communication. But by and large, I think most people are very fair-minded.
Mrs. Dolores Digby's house is located up on the hill all by itself. And the rumor has been that Many people have heard funny noises coming from it.
Not me. I'm not going in there. What if there are ghosts up there?
Come on, Big Red. I'll go with you. There's no such thing as a ghost. And we do need to inspect your house for fire hazards. I'll get my inspection papers, and I'll meet you by the car.
Big Red was scared. He didn't want to go.
This place looks scary even during the day. Maybe no one is home.
Oh, relax. I called before we left, and Mrs. Digby said she would be home.
Maybe I should stay in the car to make sure no one takes it.
No, Big Red.
Come on in.
You first, Jim. I'm right behind you.
I'm in the den. Just come on in and watch your step.
But it was too late.
Help! I'm being attacked. Where are you, Jim?
Calm down, Big Red. It's only a cat, and you rolled over its tail.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't think Castro, my cat, has ever seen a talking fire hydrant.
Oh, you have an electric cord running under the rug. That is dangerous. Heat from the cord can build up and start a fire.
Let's continue. You have baseboard heaters. Now make sure you move anything that can burn at least 12 inches away from any heater. Check at night and before you leave the house to make sure that clothes, toys, and even furniture are moved away from the heater.
Be careful, Castro. Heaters can be dangerous. Now let's go to my bedroom and check for fire hazards.
Ah, you have a smoke detector located on the ceiling by your bedroom door. That's great. Do you check it regularly?
Oh, yes. I check it by pushing this button.
Do you know what to do if it goes off while you're in bed?
Oh, I would jump up and run to the door.
No. If you are wakened in the middle of the night by the smoke detector, never sit up or stand up. You should roll off your bed onto the floor as fast as you can. The air should be cooler and have less smoke near the floor. It is very important for people to know that once you get out of a burning home, you never go back in.
The main job of a firefighter is to rescue, and if we're not told that everyone is out of the house, we'll put on our air masks and go into that house and search every room.
Wow, that must be scary.
And dangerous. But we have the proper clothing and training.
Jim, I think I saw something moving over by the bed.
But there's no one else in the house. You must be seeing things.
Maybe it was a ghost.
Come on, Big Red. There is no...
I think I'm leaving.
Wait a minute, Big Red. Let's go check behind the bed. Why, it's only Castro looking for his ball. I think he wants you to play with him.
Oh, why, of course. I knew it couldn't be a ghost.
Could we check my kitchen?
Big Red didn't hear Mrs. Digby. And after they left, Castro started playing jokes on Big Red again.
What's that? Hey, where is everyone? Oh, I think I saw a ghost. Why, is that you, Castro? Where is everyone?
I'm so glad you came, and I really enjoyed Big Red. Oh, by the way, where is he?
I don't know. Maybe he went to the car.
Yes, Big Red didn't waste any time. He was worried that Castro was going to try something else.
Oh, there you are, Castro, and you're all wet. Say goodbye to our friends, Inspector Jim and Big Red.
It had been a long, long day, and Big Red, with a smile on his face, was looking forward to returning to the fire station. He was glad to finally get away from Castro.